This is Jackie from ESLspeaking.org. So let's talk the top 5 ESL games to get students talking. So the first one is Just a Minute. So put students into groups of 4 and then number them 1, 2, 3, 4. Write a bunch of topics on the board: hobbies, family, sports, movies, TV, whatever. You can even get students to shout out things that they want to talk about. Scrunch up a paper ball, throw it at the board. It'll hit one of the words or come close to one of the words. Then the first person in each of the groups has to talk about that topic for 1 minute without stopping. The other 3 people in the group have to listen and then ask a follow-up question related to what they said, and then continue with number 2, 3, and 4. The challenge of this game is to talk for the entire minute and then also to ask an interesting and relevant follow-up question. All right, number 2, information gap activities and games. These get students talking because each student has half the information and they have to interact with each other to get the full set. So for example, a classic one would be a map with different locations on each map, and students have to ask, oh, what's next to the bank, or what's across the street from the school, etc., and then fill in the blanks on their paper. All right, number 3 is Get to Know You Bingo. So I have students fill in their cards with things that they think some people, but not everybody in the class, will be able to say yes to. So for example, has a brother, grew up in the city where your school is, likes pepperoni pizza, is a vegan, etc., whatever. Lower level students, you could give a list of things already. Higher level students can be, you can give some examples and then they can fill in the card themselves. After that, they have to circulate around the class asking their classmates questions, and the goal is to get maybe a line or to cover all the squares, whatever you decide you want that to be. All right, number 4 is a debate. So I like to do very simple debates. I choose a controversial topic. I ask who disagrees, who agrees. Ideally, it's kind of an even match, and then those 2 students will get together, one agree, one disagree, and have a little debate. And then I will get each group, if it's a small class, to summarize kind of what they talked about in the main points. So there's a ton of different ways you could do this, and you could even do it as an entire class activity if you wanted. All right, and then finally, the last game to get people talking is Find Something in Common. So this is an excellent icebreaker activity to do on the first day of class. So each student has to stand up with a pen and paper, and they have to circulate around the class, talking to as many classmates as possible, asking them questions, and the goal is to find something in common with that person. So for example, do you play piano or do you play a musical instrument? What kind of sports do you like? What's your favorite food? How long have you studied English? What's your hometown? Etc. Once they find that thing that they have in common, they can write down that person's name, and then also just a quick note about what's in common. Play piano, or we both play piano, something like that. All right, so if you like these activities, be sure to check out the blog post. There are a ton more. I think there's maybe over 30 games that will get your students talking. And please also like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and I will catch you next time. Bye, everybody.